Today. How was your time in Croatia also? Or are you still there even? SK, that's so awesome. I'm really glad to hear that. Both of those things, that it's going so great and that you're doing well. That's so nice. I hope you're taking a lot of pictures and spending a lot of time with your family and everything. Come here, kitty. Awesome. SK, that's awesome. I'm really happy for you getting to actually be there and spend time with your family. That's so cool. How much longer are you gonna be there for? You don't have to answer if it's too much, personal information or anything, but regardless, I hope that you're just filling it with like pictures, memories. 6 weeks. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, you're there for a while then. That's so cool. It must also be pretty late where you are. At least from the US, anyways. Oh my god. Not to get political instantly, but I just accidentally opened up uh, my Internet Explorer, and uh, one of the first things I saw was that there was an extra national plot to assassinate Donald Trump. I don't know if that's real or not, but people are immediately trying to say it's anyone else's fault. We don't need to start talking about that, but it shocked me when I saw it. Hmm. So, yeah, I guess today really is not going to be anything too awful crazy. SK, I'm sorry that you're still feeling bad. I'm glad that you can, work away from that, being with friends and family and everything, and, you know, kind of distract yourself from it, but. Or, I'm glad for all of those things, and, still feeling pretty good. It would be a good idea to keep journaling while you're there, and, like, having those good feelings as well as the bad. Like, see if you can maybe get a little bit more objective on the matter instead of uh, maybe just getting further removed from how you were feeling when you were in Germany. It might help you actually like think about it a little more, and being in a better place mentally, being in your home country. Uh, it might be a good idea to journal still. That's the whole thing I was trying to say. I don't know if you have your journal with you or if you are just writing it on your phone or something, but whatever it could be, definitely a good idea. Absolute, that's completely okay. It's the same thing for me. I my handwriting is never the same. I can never make it look the same. I don't, don't worry about that ever being a thing. But the holding it, I remember when we were talking about it last time that you move your like whole arm as opposed to like moving your wrist. Maybe try and like just put the pen on a piece of paper and like I've got an idea. So if you can put your pen on a piece of paper and just try and like move your wrist around it in an area so that it doesn't come up off the page, but then you can work on like actually moving your wrist. Or maybe just try and make circles with your wrist. Yeah, try that. Just kind of work on making those like small movements instead of like going with the whole arm and everything. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. It's a natural movement for you to move your arm, and either like going slower and moving your arm or trying to work on going slow with your wrist. Either way, I think going slow would be good. Just to kind of practice on it instead of, you know, rushing right into it. And SK, it's really okay to keep being reminded of her. Like, you're not expected to just forget about this person entirely. We're just trying to move past the idea of, you know, where you were when you first started talking with her. And what I mean by that is like your mentality of what it was to talk with her. Because I remember you telling me that you felt just really good and were like waiting on her to respond and everything, but yeah, no, that's okay. I'm sorry that you're feeling bad by it, of course, but you know, what is it that's making you feel bad about, you know, remembering her? Or like remembering things about her? Hi, kitty. Oh, come here. Okay. Possum's here. For anybody who wants to watch for a little bit. Absolute, she knows you're here, and she's still just wanting to cuddle right now. Possum! Possum! SK, when you think about her, do you feel like an ache almost? Hi, kitty. Because I know what you're talking about. You, Absolute, do you think this critter could ever plan that? This little look at her little fingers right there. She's just making muffins. Absolute, not a chance. If a ram couldn't take you down, Possum doesn't have a chance. Also, she would never try that. SK, I was asking, when you think about her, do you just have like an aching feeling? Like in your heart or in your stomach or something? Just like you're missing something? Like, I guess this is kind of a intense or intimate question, but it feels like you're missing a part of yourself. Like, so with that, I just want to say like, and I want to remind you that, you know, you did have very real and very intense feelings for this person, but you also only knew her for, or were only talking to her for like a few months. So I want to say that what you were feeling was very real, but it might not also just be because you liked her or because like you were attracted to her. It could have been that she was trying to fill a different kind of void in your life that you don't feel like you have in another area of your life. Humans are really good at recognizing when something is wrong. We can feel it. We know that something is off with ourselves or in our body or in our surroundings, but we are often very bad at, you know, realizing exactly what it is that is off. It's like we can sense something's weird, but we can't pinpoint exactly what we need to do to make it better. I don't know if that makes sense, but uh, I think it should. And if it doesn't, I'll clarify. Absolute. A ram's like. How big are rams? Like pound wise? Like 100 pounds or something? Possum? 8 pounds. I I'm never putting you in a fight against Possum because I don't think she'll. Uh, I'm never gonna do that, but I think I would take you over Possum in a fight. I mean, she is deadly. Her paws right here. If she ever gets a hold of you with these, it's game on. Especially if we haven't clipped them in a while. Okay. Bye, Katie. I know what you're saying, absolute. Also fair. Different rams, different diets, exercise, whatever. They can all have different weights or something. But they got horns, homie. I would be in hard skulls. I would be so not enjoyable. I would not enjoy getting one of them to the area you did. That would be so unfun. Let's try that. SK. I I think that that could be very possible. We've been talking about just how much you felt like you were alone, and so having someone that you could kind of, even if it was just as a friend, like feel that you were not alone with and be able to talk with someone, not maybe not about all of the things that you were dealing with, but just in general, that would absolutely fill a hole that, you know, it would fill a hole that you had. Yeah, I think that's a very good observation of yourself, and maybe looking more towards the reason why you miss her so dearly is because you're missing that she helped you not feel alone, as opposed to like the person she was. Not that she was a bad person or that you didn't actually have, romantic feelings for her, but yeah. If it I also want to say that I know what you're talking about. When I was younger, I would have a lot of the same feelings towards people where I would almost long to be with them, but I would only be interested as far as, they made me feel better, not like the kind of person that I was getting to know or like the things that they were interested in. It was just so long as they made me feel better, then I enjoyed them. They, yeah, they just made me feel better, so I